Role assistant, reasoning_content. The user requests a compelling factual true crime documentary script about historic criminal cases. Must be at least 500 words, ideally 800 to 1200 words. Must have sections marked with exact markers ... Each section must have at least 3 to 4 detailed sentences. End with. And a question that forces viewers to comment. No made-up or fictional names. Use only real, well-known cases. NNV must produce a script with multiple sections ... and end with. Plus question. NNV need to choose a historic criminal case, non-fiction. Examples: the O.J. Simpson trial, the Jack the Ripper murders, the Lindbergh kidnapping, the Zodiac killer, the Amelia Earhart. Wait, not that. Actually, we can combine multiple historic cases. It says about historic criminal cases. Perhaps we can do a documentary that covers multiple cases across history, one after another. And each section should cover all cases. Might be doable. The script could be a documentary about Grand Theft Auto. No, NNV must ensure each section has 3 से 4 detailed sentences. NN word count 800 से 1200. Let's aim for 1000 words. So about 8 sections with say 7 sentences each, average 8 words each. Let's build manually. Must start with shocking fact or question in first 10 seconds. NNB must maintain the markers exactly. NNB cannot include made-up names, only real well-known cases. NNB should avoid moral superiority phrases. Avoid it's important to, etc. Must not use moral commands. OK. Note. Let's think of a documentary that presents a series of historic criminal cases, e.g., the Black Dahlia murder, 1947, Los Angeles, the Lindbergh kidnapping, 1932, the O.J. Simpson trial, 1995, the Hillside Stranglers, 1977, the Charles Manson murders, 1969, can also include the Jack the Ripper era, 1888. NN. But we have to keep script cohesive. Let's structure it's a documentary about 8 chilling historic crime cases that shook society. The can introduce theme. Sets up social context of each era. Each case. How investigations unfolded. Key suspects like John Christie. The bizarre. Let's consider, choose cases with well-known suspects. Melon. For each case have typical suspects. For John Christie, he wasn't known suspect. Perhaps not. NN. Maybe choose the Jigsaw Killer. Actually we can cover 3 or 4 cases. NN. Better to build script with 8 cases. But we have only 8 sections to detail, not that each case separately might be too heavy. NN. We can combine. E.g. provides overview of era. Covers multiple distinct crimes and differences. But must be at least 3 से 4 sentences. NNBLL have to keep each sentence inclusive. N. Let's craft. NN. Now we need to check each section 3 से 4 sentences max. It says at least 3 to 4 detailed sentences. That means each section at least 3 or 4. It can be more, but we need to ensure minimum. Let's create each section about 5 to 6 sentences for detail, but keep under too many. Use 5 sentences for each. Maybe. NN. Word count 1000, 8 sections, 5 sentences, 40 sentences. Word average maybe 20 to 25 per sentence, 800 to 1000 words. Good.n we must be careful to not mention any moral phrases. Our tone should be dramatic but factual.n also we avoid it's important to etc. and start with shocking fact or question. Let's craft what if suddenly every neighbor in a quiet town turned into a suspect and a single photograph from a motel room became the linchpin in ADECADSOLD murder hunt that might be thus seconds.n set the stage.n social context.n the crimes.n investigative details for each.n suspects key names.n outcomes trials verdicts etc. summary reflection.n plus a question encouraging comment.n we must not mention prohibited moral phrases. Avoid it's important to etc. we likely will use the Lindbergh baby was taken from etc. let's draft.n be careful to avoid moral superiority statements.n check for any disallowed phrase it's crucial to etc. Let's not use them.n also must avoid template language.n let's produce.n also we need to end with and a question.n we must not use bullet points but narrative sentences.n let's draft thoroughly.n check each section length. We make each section about 5 से 6 sentences.n also keep the total word count. Let's estimate 8 sections 6 sentences. Average 20 words per sentence 8 6 20 960 words. Good.n now we do it.n let's write n sentence 1 imagine a lifelike photo of a woman found in a dusty motel room that would unravel a murder across 3 continents. Some minutes. That might be 20 words. Might be okay.n let's craft more properly.n let's produce.n bll also avoid users references. It's documentary. So we talk about events historically.n let's write tool_calls.